Hello and welcome to another update video about Enjin Coin. Just want to do a quick update because this one broke out quite dramatically today with nearly 14%, and just yesterday I did an update video and said that we are going to break out in the next couple of days, and it looked very likely to break to the upside, and I compared the Enjin Coin chart with the Coty coin chart before Coty actually broke out of this handle. So as you might remember from yesterday's video, if you saw it, we were still, we are currently in a cup and handle formation. In my view, that cup here is similar to what we can see on other cryptos as well. It's not a straight horizontal line. For example, we've got, some people say currently what we can see on the Cardano chart is a cup and handle as well on the larger scale. It's a bit of an odd shaped one, and here, it's nearly horizontal, that neckline here, that resistance line at the top, but overall it looks like a cup and a handle that we're currently forming. On the larger scale, you can also see it's more like a ascending wedge, which a little bit is a bearish pattern as well. So it's sometimes these are a little bit difficult to spot, and it's a bit hard to make out what they are, but it certainly, in my view, is a cup and handle, and that has played out successfully for Coty. And yesterday we identified that it looked very similar here on the chart for Enjin Coin. And yeah, we were yesterday when I did the video, we were down here very much at the so the tipping point or in the apex, and I said that we could really break out any minute, and yeah, that actually happened. It happened actually luckily to the upside. And this is the daily chart, and we can see that we were yesterday when I did the video at 129. And I talked about that it really looked very similar to the Coty coin chart back then when we were down here, and I showed you a comparison. And with Coty, what happened after the breakout, we actually moved up quite a bit here, and then we dropped down again to that ascending trend line, and then we broke through in that next move then to the upside, broke through that resistance line here, which is the neckline of that cup and handle. And if we, I think I didn't talk about the target level yesterday, but I said, if we do the same that we did with Coty, we could really get up to actually something like 230, 235. And if we take the let me just adjust that a little bit. I mean, we came down quite a lot actually. For a cup and handle, we came already down quite a lot. If you compare that to some other cryptos, and if you compare where the beginning here of that cup was and the lowest point of the cup, the handle came down quite far. But if we just take the target, measure the depth of the cup and add it to a potential breakout point, then I always like to use the breakout of the handle. Then we could get up to 265, maybe 270, but probably 265. But I guess because this is where we currently have the resistance level here, in the first move, it should take us to 240. Or because it's slightly ascending, depending on when we hit it, between 235 and 240. You can of course replicate that on your charts. But yes, we did break out, and quite dramatically. I mean, we're still in the breakout apparently at the moment, 14%. That's quite nice. And if we just go and have a look on the 4-hour chart, what can we see? We can clearly see that breakout. We can also see a retest that we did. So we broke through, we retested it. Yeah, we didn't even come down all that clearly to that to the line, but we did retest, and then we moved up again. Now we're losing a little bit of steam, and that's no surprise, because on the 4-hour chart we are in the overbought territory there. So expect a little bit of a correction now. And however, on the MACD on the 4-hour, it looks very good as well. We made a bullish cross actually here. That was yesterday. No, I think it was 2 days ago. Let me just adjust it a little bit. Here we made a bullish cross down here. That was on the 29th. We've got, yesterday we made a long signal here on the ADX indicator. And let me just take a final look on the hourly chart. If we can spot a little bit more detail of where it's going now, we can clearly see how it's currently losing a little bit momentum up here. We come to the 150 line, and 150 seems to be a bit of a It seems to be a bit of a resistance level here, and we can see it here because that was the previous high. I think I did mention it in yesterday's video that 150 would possibly be a resistance level. I can't remember if I did say it, but it is that previous high where we're now struggling. A little bit where Bitcoin is struggling as well, if we look for an equivalent on the Bitcoin chart. But overall, yeah, we certainly broke out, and we were very close to that apex yesterday, and it resembled so much the Coty chart, which is why I called it out yesterday. And again, here on the hourly, it shows that we're in the overbought range. So expect a little bit of a resistance here at 150, and maybe come down once more, maybe even come down all the way down to that support level down here, which would be at 124, but that would be quite a bit of a drop. So I think, you know, will certainly come down a little bit, retrace a little bit. And if we take the Fibonacci levels and take a look at how far we could possibly retrace from that last push to the upside, I think, you know, we could certainly go down to 131, which would be the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, or 135, which would be the 0.5. So between 135 and 131, these are the most important retracement levels. That's what oftentimes happens after such a pump. You go back to these levels, and talking about potentially 130, did I say 131? Let me just put them on the chart again. There you go, 131. That would be very close to the 50 and the 200 period moving averages. Here on the 1 hour chart, they also make a bullish cross at the moment, which is quite important, even though it's only on the hourly chart. But good signs here on the Enjin Coin chart, and good signs for everybody who potentially looked into it yesterday and paid attention to that breakout, because that was quite a lot. That's more than Bitcoin broke out today, 14%. And here on the daily, which is quite important to call out, we are still in the bearish range here on the RSI, below 50. So we're currently hitting 50, so it might be that we get into something like a that we bounce off that level, and that could be because on the hourly and the 4 hour you saw that we're now overbought. So we get that little bit of retracement, which would also be a bounce off that 50 line here on the daily RSI. However, what we can see is that we made a bullish cross on the MACD, and we're possibly tomorrow going to see a bullish cross here on the ADX as well, which indicates that we are in an uptrend again, and a long signal that would be. So that's looking good. But again, to really mark a push to the upside, I think, and indicate that we are finished with that correction, I think in the first instance we need to push above that 150 line, yeah, which is that recent high here. And then really what we want to see is a push above 188, but then you're already quite close to that level here, but and that is at 230, 236, 237, depending. It's a bit ascending. So, but overall, you know, if we break that even higher here, I mean, then we could really go to new highs here, as Coty did. You know, at some point, you know, might even get back to $4, but you know, that would be a little bit more long term. You know, bear in mind, crypto is a long term investment. I think we're actually going higher and higher as I do this video. 150 already, really nice, really bullish. It's just going crazy at the moment. Yeah, okay, so I just wanted to do the update video for you. Hopefully that was useful. If you liked it, please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.